Joo, tää alkoi jo.
Mikä alku?
Joo.
Nyt se käynnistyi. Katsotaan vaan.
Nyt on soitettu varmaan toisenkin ihmisen edestä. Nää on luettu jo. Niin. Nyt ihmetellään, mitä tätä tulee.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
Ei mulla ole hitaita, jos emme tiedetä, missä meidän pitäisi olla.
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange! Wouldn't you agree?
Mikä sua nyt vituttaa?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
Mut sitten lävistää sen.
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Niinpä. Ihan paskaa pette.
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Mage.
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
Mun riapu ja tuo ase on itse asiassa aika hyvä yhdistelmä. Jos mä tuun vaan tähän tälleen. Ei kuulu sinne kaikki tehdään. Voi täällä ei. Hyvin näitä ei silti lämä.
You shall fall soon enough.
There's no escape!
No. Mä toi itse asiassa noin. En tiedä. Ei vittu, se on pakko vaan keskittyä tuohon. No, ei sitten.
No more games!
Ei nyt voi mitään.
It ends now.
Tchaka-chan-chan.
What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
Even odds then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Ubrikin kuitenkin pieräsee kerralla noin hengiltä.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
Power of friendship.
Make ready! They come!
5 vastaan 5 deathmatch. Jos mä tapaan ekana siellä se tuli linkki. Missä on Zelda?
I must have your ether!
Kohta. Hyvä
The ether! It's not enough!
Kuka vittu tuo? Väärä kohde. Ihan toisaalta ei tuo mitään. Vittu, helvetti. Onks mä ollut tossa? Ei mä oon ilmeisesti jotenkin vielä. Vittu suoraan. Sitä pitää... Nyt mä oon puolen kohta. Mä oon tuosta äkkiä puolella. Satana ylös. Niin. No mit? Mitä tää niinku oli sitten? Kaikki paukutti samaan. Mä en tajua mitä tapahtuu.
I can feel it! Just a little more!
Ja taas niin ylös. Tapaan sitä rangeria.
Hurry it up, neighbor!
Mitä hajoit, että ensimmäinen asioita oikein? No. Vittu syntyy tuolla. Joko? Ja. Muussa huomioon seuraavalle kierrokselle. Toi elossa tämä oli se.
'Tis done! With this blade I banish the darkness!
Nyt se. Niin. Helvetti.
No. Not like this.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished.
Oova joo.
Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
Ilmeisen paskamaailma ainakin.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
Krystallit on sen kokoisia, mitä nuo tyypit.
To have known the depth of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal!
Milfinia auta. Jumalauta.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Hydaelyn, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light.
Blue Worlds. Siinä on muuten harvinaisen paskapeli.
In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Sitten seuraavana. Mitä?
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
Moro. Pasi. Kengät isolneet.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Hydalin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Mä ajattelin, että mun sisällä on ollut tommonen. Ei sentään. No täs me saadaan.
'Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
Tis a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
No päästiin niistä eroon. It would seem we are in southern Tänään again. Minnefield doing no doubt. Might as well speed her on her way, and the warriors of darkness too. I cannot help but to wonder what awaits those wayward souls if they gave their lives in order to travel to the source. Then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. Otteella vielä pääty. Mikä se nyt ikinä sitten meneekään? Forgive me. My thoughts were elsewhere, and this when I know full well there's yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Sarayag and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the stressing the warriors of darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. It on kauhean pitkä katsiini ollut. Tai tehtävä, tai no kesti siinä nyt yli puoli tuntia melkein. Tai kestikin varmaan. But Tancred, you don't have to do this. I know, but I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stars. Nähdään Rising Stars tosi hyvin. I should go and find Ida and Babalu. They must have finished searching the mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. Jokaiselle pitää niin jotain. You must be tired, Eris. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Asian in white at the Great Library, I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even where your intentions were, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that the part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that the sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, but you sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Eris, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stars. Until then, varjolihti. Minne tonne takaisin? Mistä tää ihan johonkin random paikka spavnaatti? Sä pitää kohta mennä nukkua, että pysyy kerrankin vittu unirytmissä. Hetkonen, onks nyt oikea suunta? Ees! Se nyt kerrankin se nyt ei oo kuitenkaan täällä sisällä. Tosissas. Well met, Ares. Alphinaud said you would be joining us. It would seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cage of crystals in the mask's camp. Did you by chance find one in Saharak? Actually. Yada yada yada, yada yada yada. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. It's just, I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. That was bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alfinautti, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoined the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from our more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tatarus tales may well surprise you. Mä sanoin yhtäkkiä tajusin, että on niin pitkä tää peli tässä, että vittu, jos mä pelaan joku normi Final Fantasy, niin ne ei tunnu niinku miltään tän jälkeen, kun tätä lätinää on niin paljon. Ida, Roller be praised, it is you. Ida, alive and standing here before me. In the flesh, I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come on, has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundabald. I fought beside your father in the revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways, but the resistance were always welcome in little Almigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the most, but here you are, alive and well, looking nearly a day older. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry, we're still the circle of knowing back then. Right, anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Hella jäi päälle. Pray forgive error. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the rising stars. Kyvet pyörii mäkeä alas kakkoseen. Hells take me for giving you that mask. Mordonaan vaihteeksi pitkästä aikaa. Beginning to our mark of a ending. Sit saa näitä plussakvesteja taas vaikka kuinka paljon. Saakeli. Varmaan nääkin pitäis ottaa. Jossain kohtaa. Täytyy olla laulussa. Lainauskea taulu. Welcome home, Eris. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Tancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Istola and Kryl, and briefed them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stars at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem me to discuss the future. Koko paskasakki kasassa.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Minbreda.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Much has changed since then. Puhut tolleen jatkossa ton äänet.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
Ja itku silmässä, mutta puhe on aika normaali.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. It would be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the resistance.
Joo, te voitte tötöllä ihan mitään huvittaa.
There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Ehkä vaikka jonkun sortin nukkumista, koska näyttää, että ei ole nukkunut 3 vuoteen. Siis toi hahmo. No en kyllä minäkään. Minä en tiedä. The road goes ever on.
Indeed.
Ellei tuossa sille masamainio tyyliin vaan seinätie
The
loppuu
path
vai jokin.
behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
No, there's... Look at them, Ares. The signs of the seventh dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. No?
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain.
Tää taas joku pätsi.
Where men
Läpi.
go as one, there is life. And where there is life...
Ei.
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
Disciple.
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Kuulkaa. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then. Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host the surfeit of light or dark, a word bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting. And a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. Her master. As for the pawns, oh, you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Death. Aha, silmät. No niin, totta. Mähän sanoin, että joku vittu kaivaa sieltä kuitenkin sieltä pohjasta. Nyt on Nidhogg round 3. Oli taas niin vitun viksuu taas heittää nekin sinne. Vittu kuilua, niitä varmaan kukaan. Many were the candidates considered, but by our deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. Sama kuin Lord of the Rings, heitä se vittu sorvus sinne johonkin vittu lampeen. Man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. Uudet piilarit. Mene siinä. Ei tarvii enää katsoa maskia laseen. So it was here all along. Taas on Xenobladeit. Mikä sen miakan nimi nyt taas oliko? Ei mikä akseleraattori, joku se oli. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Vittu ei ne häiritte, että mikä sen miakan nimi oli. Se on niin kielen päällä. Atarulla on toive. Monado joo. Mulla pyörii jollain D-llä alkavat, mutta Monado, Modako. The power of Monado. Ah, Eris, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? Monadon GB. I need you to meet me at the Diamond 4. This won't take long, I promise. Niin miksi mä menen vaan suoraan? Ja kyllä on sen täällä. Ehkä mä sitten katso teleburtteria. Oh, Monado. Mä en sen jälkeen kun mä aloitin sen. En sen jälkeen pelannut sitä vittu kertaakaan. Ei siinä, että ei sitä haluaisi pelata, mutta se nyt vaan jäi kesken. Genoblade. Katsotaan lattia. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you stand perfectly still for a few moments. Right, everyone, ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, you might want to close your eyes. Oh, what? Hee. What? Kling. Craftas musta jotain. There, all finished. The warrior lights every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Well, what would you like to know? All in good time, Eris, all in good time. Thank you. Halfinaut wants everyone in the solar for a meeting. I don't know what it is about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. Okay.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention.
Tää niinku vaikuttaa just tämmöiseltä peruskokoukselta. Voitaisiin me nyt saatana asiaa. Onko tässä edes mitään järkeä? Mennään nyt tekemään vaan niitä omia hommia.
And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Että kuka nyt seuraavaksi tapetaan?
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear.
Seuraavaksi tapetaan, että äiti maa on taas tyytyväinen.
No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Se on vähän niinku Jane Allen Bragg.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness, you're... Help! I need some help here!
Täällä on liian monta tarjotinta. Tuli juomien kanssa.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her! Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance.
Mä tulin viestin kanssa ja tuli vaan sanomaan, että seuraava lesäri on ihan kohta tuloilla.
I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours.
Audienssi. Kyllä sieltä niinku katsoja saa.
Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Tää papaluimalla jotain mielessä. Se paha! Jokin vittu kääntää niskansa ja selkänsä ja... Hirmal Bertti. Meidän firmal on Bertti, niminen työntekijä. Greetings for a flight. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see, wait here. I will summon Sir Emeric. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would generally have sent for some wine. But the business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whoever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handelope that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Eris, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Further speed on you on your way. Menee voivo iskartti. Mitä tapahtuu? Näyttö flippaa taas välillä. Mitä vittu? Okay. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We have must ready about this instant envoy arrives. Jutkementti. Ota tonne. Tonne. Kyllä. Mut... Western Hardage. Mä mietin, että jos mä en tuolta ottaa uuden, niin se varmaan ylikirjoittaa noin. Oi. Nyt kyllä sammut. Kaikki väki nukkuu. Ontut sammuu, kaikki väki runkkaa. Ei pysy hereillä. Jos mä nyt vielä tän teen. Mäkin haukutella koko ajan. Ihan kohta lopeta. Ettei tarvi katsoa sitten jälkikäteen. We meet again, as it happens. My counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as I is God's envoy. Not I concede that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of Temple Lands, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I would not in good conscience make the decision alone. Not with the ink scars dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Thus, I must test your patience still further by making these fucking quests more longer. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. Miksi täällä on tämmönen hirveä punaisuus? Joku pisti jonkun pornovalon päälle. Mikä tää on toi? Hirveä bordelli. The garrison commander awaits us. Wait within. Why not accompany me, Eris? You may see a familiar face. Juu, haussepantti herännyt henki. Ketä tuttuja täällä nyt muka vois olla? Nää idiotit. Eris, old girl. How wonderful to see you. And Sir Aymeric too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from my kitchens at once, if you will excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honoroid. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a girl. I mean to an impermeable. And thus we shall strengthen our patrol as you just suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Farnell and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm. You and me both, old girl. Mä en oo edelleen vanha. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Hetken katsoin, että se oikeesti istuu sitä, kun tää fucking taulu on just tossa kohdalla. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt, and with little help from the veterans and Honoroid's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old girl, off to Gyrdania with you. Tonne. No, nyt se questi päättyy. Nyt päästään pois. Tänne kaiken kaaoksen keskellä. Katon nyt Aimrikki, mitä hirveä mesta. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions. Mitähän tää olisi, jos tän veisi jokin limsalominsa. Järkyttyisi ihan täysin. But I found that I am as enraptured by this black sour's beauty now as when first I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. Ja siihen loppuu se. Nyt pannaan pillit pussiin. Jes, jatketaan tästä varmaan huomenna. Luulisi. Mut, jes. Joo, öitä. Itse asiassa. Tämä on öitä.